We're recording.
I'm Constable Scott Mills. I'm the Toronto Crime Stoppers Community Youth Officer, and I'm the Toronto Police Service Legal Graffiti Art Coordinator. And we're down here at a hotel in downtown Toronto, the Ramada Hotel, with a couple of special guests at the Strategy Institute's Emergency Disaster Planning Conference. This is Jacksch. He's the Vice President of the National Capital Area Crime Stoppers program. He's a volunteer in that program. He also has a private company for IT strategies. And behind me is a school security hall monitor, Dave Bradley, from the largest populated high school in Canada, Earl Haig Secondary School here in Toronto. And we're going to address a national audience here about a concept called Internet Violence Prevention and Crime Stoppers. And we're going to try and open people's minds up to changing the paradigm from approaching the internet as a legal liability standpoint to more of a policy-driven relationships and technology perspective where you actually use the internet to prevent violence. And Eric, can you tell us a little bit about what your message will be from Crime Stoppers?
I think my message is going to be that Crime Stoppers is available to anyone who wants to provide information to the police to either prevent or to solve a crime, and that people like to do it anonymously. So we accept messages not only by telephone, but we also accept tips on our website at crimestoppers.ca or 222tips.ca, depending which city you're in, or via a cell phone.
Now you can do SMS crime tips. There's a website out there. Anywhere in the world you can anonymously text message a tip that can actually prevent and solve a crime. This is one of the men that actually invented that system.
Right? I didn't invent it. Did the security part of it. One of our the system, the SMS crimes. Let me try that again.
SMS crime tips?
The SMS crime tip system's from Anderson Software down in Texas. So they really invented the system. But what we did for them here in Canada was we built and developed that anonymity layer to ensure that no matter where you're using this worldwide, whether you're texting in a tip from Canada, the US, overseas in England, I believe Australia is coming online if it's not already, to ensure that anonymity is preserved. So all those tips actually come through a system that I run in Ottawa before they go down to Anderson Software, just to make sure that the person's identifying information is removed. Well,
thanks for being committed to your community, Eric. And this is probably the best practitioner amongst law enforcement, school community there is. It's Mr. Dave Bradley. How do you put this combination into play every day to prevent violence in your school?
Well, it's a funny thing because it all started when a student invited me to join Facebook. I didn't know what Facebook was, but now that I'm on it and I've realized how valuable it is, like I build the relationships during the day, but I never know what messages I'm going to get at any time of day or night from some kid who's in distress or some kid who knows something, and sometimes it's big things, a lot of times it's little things. But usually the little things that I hear about, eventually that same kid will come back with a big thing. And it's so much easier and incredibly rewarding when you know that there's something big happening and you're able to put a stop to it before somebody gets hurt or stabbed. And we do that every day.
Now you've also you've prevented suicides?
Yeah, I've lost track of how many. One more since September. And that's also a combination between online and just in the halls. So I don't really look at it as I'm just on Facebook. It's just another component of what I do and where I am, and that I'm available and I'm approachable, and come to me and I will help.
Well, it's called Relationships and Technology. We're practicing it, the three of us. We're trying to get this concept bigger. And for more information, Eric has started up a website called Internet Violence Prevention. If you go on there, it's under development, but you click on the documents section, a number of the presentations and the media articles that we've done are on there. We'd invite you to go and take a look at it, and we're happy to help you. If you want to give me a little email at scottmills, SCOTMILLS @gmail.com. I'll hook you up with these fine people, and we're all about keeping our community safe. Thank you a lot very much, Dave.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And thank you very much, Terrence Sooley, behind the camera there from the Strategy Institute, for believing in this message.